Hey everyone, I'm Charles with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Today we've got our Honda Talon 1000X-4 in the shop. We've already installed our Tusk Stage 1 Upgrade Kit on it, and you can see it makes the machine look good and stand out. Now this is going to have all the essential items you're going to want for your machine, and it's going to give you a more comfortable ride. So what the kit comes with is the removable half windshield. You've got the alloy mirror kit with A-pillar mounts and a Polycarb rear window. Now what's nice about this kit is both the half windshield and the rear window, they're scratch resistant, and all this stuff is super simple to install, so let me show you how. To start out, we're going to prep this rear window. So what we need to do, number one, I have a blanket laid down, that way we don't accidentally damage it or scratch it, and I've got rubber gloves to keep my fingerprints off of it. And then we're going to remove the protective film from both sides. Next, we need to prep our bulb seal. So with this, you're going to have a longer strip and a shorter strip. The longer strip of bulb seal goes across the bottom and the shorter one across the top. Now, when you're pressing this down into place, if you want this to fit tighter onto that rear window, you can simply pinch this together. You're going to have a tighter fit. But just keep in mind, you don't necessarily need to do that. That's just if you have a spot that isn't fitting very tight. So we've got that centered, and then we're just going to work it from one end all the way down to the other. Now for the bottom seal, what I'm going to do is fold this in half and find the center, and then we're going to start installing this right in the middle and work our way out towards the edges, because this isn't going to go all the way out to the ends and we still want it to be centered. Now we can take the rear window over to the machine, and it's a lot easier if you have a friend help you do this. Now we're just going to set this into place, make sure you have the seal sitting flush across the top and on the bottom, and then we're going to install the roll cage clamp. So we're just going to wrap the clamp around the roll cage. We're going to go through the slot in the rear window, and then in the clamp we have this little bar. We're going to go behind it. Just set that temporarily like that, push it back through the slot. Once it's through the slot, we can tighten down the strap all the way and secure it. Then we're just going to do the same thing with the remaining 3 clamps. Next, we're going to install the A-pillar mounts. So to do that, we're using 2 14mm sockets. We're going to loosen one side of the A-pillar at a time and get those mounts installed. Now keep in mind, we're going to reuse these nuts on the back side, but we're not going to reuse the stock bolts. Now sometimes when you take these bolts out, the frames, they'll want to separate, or our bottom bolt, it doesn't really want to come out. So I'm going to use an alignment punch and press down on that while I push out the bolt. For the A-pillar brackets, we're going to have these 2 holes at the top, and then you'll also notice that these brackets have a bend to them. So for your passenger side, the bend is going to go in towards the cab, and for the driver's side, it's going to bend away from the cab. Now we're going to take the longer bolts that came in the kit, put those through. You've got 2 spacers, and then I'm going to use that alignment punch through the bottom to help get everything lined up. Then again, we're going to reuse this nut on the back side. And once you have that bottom bolt worked through, again, put the nut on there. We're going to tighten them down and then do the same steps on the other side. Now to install the mirrors, we're going to use a 5mm Allen and a 3/16 inch Allen. So with this, the 5mm Allen will loosen up the bolt in the end of each mirror, keep track of the star washer on the end. And then what we're going to do is take the bolt, go through the back side of the mount, install the star washer, and thread it into the mirror. Then once you have the mirror in the correct location, you can go ahead and tighten it down. Now when you get your mirrors, both arms are going to come in the same direction, so we actually need to flip this one around so the logo is in the correct orientation. So that's where we're using the 3/16 inch Allen. We'll loosen that up, flip it over, and we'll just do those same steps to install it on the other side. Moving on to our half windshield, we're going to remove the protective film from both sides of it. Next, we have the bulb seal. We're going to install this the same way we did on that rear window. Next, we have 2 pieces of foam tape we need to install. Now you'll notice this windshield, it has that bend right at the top. The bend is gonna face out away from the machine. So we're just gonna flip this windshield over, and the foam strips, they go just towards the outside of these 2 slots on each side. Now we can take the half windshield over to the machine. We're gonna set this in place, and that foam is gonna be resting against the roll cage. And then we're gonna install the 4 Velcro clamps just like we did on the rear window. That's it for the Tusk Stage 1 Upgrade Kit for your Honda Talon 1000X-4. Again, this is really simple to install. If you have any questions about that process, leave those down in the comments below. And if you need one of these kits, they're available on our website, so be sure to check that out. We also have other accessories on there, and we offer free shipping on orders over $75. Now, if you want to see more helpful content like this, subscribe to our channel. I'm Charles with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Thanks for watching.